In this lecture, we're going to find the inverses of the functions first, and then discuss graphs that are one-to-one. So, to find the inverse, remember that f of x actually means y. So now, all you're going to do is just flip the x and the y. So put the x here, and put the y here. Now all you need to do is solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. So I get x minus 7 equals negative 3 over y. Next, I'm going to divide by negative 3 to both sides. So then I get y equals x minus 7 over negative 3. Now, to write your answer, I'm going to replace the y with f of negative 1, x. So, the inverse of f of x equals x minus 7 over negative 3. Let's look at the second function. Again, this is y. I'm going to switch the x and the y. So I have x equals 1/4 y minus 8. And now I solve for it. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides. So I get x plus 8 equals 1/4 y. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 1/4. So I get y equals x plus 8 divided by 1/4. Now I'm going to replace the y with the symbol for the inverse of w of x. So I'm going to say that the inverse of w equals x plus 8 over 1/4. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is, what does it mean to be a one-to-one graph? If you think back, you might remember the vertical line test. Well, for this, we're going to talk about the horizontal line test. So you're going to draw horizontal lines all across your graph. Now you need to ask yourself, how many times does each horizontal graph touch the graph? So it touches one time here for this one, one time, one time, one time, and one time. So each line crosses the graph once. So you would say that this graph is one-to-one. Now do it for the next one. I'm going to draw a horizontal line and ask yourself, how many times does it touch the graph? Well, this one touches here and here. And then this line touches twice. So because the horizontal lines touch twice, I'm going to say this is not one-to-one.